Okay, this is going to be a response to the video that was posted yesterday about corruption among the ranks in FMK. And I can really strongly identify with this issue, as I'll demonstrate. For me, I got involved with FMK at a time when there was the idea put out there that there was going to be no rank. And for me, the idea of having no rank is very appealing, because I see that rank screws people up. I see it screws them up mentally because it distracts them from the purpose. And you might argue that that distraction is good, that it's a challenge, that it's going to separate those who are serious from those who are just doing it for ego purposes anyway. But personally, I think that putting that challenge out there is setting people up for failure, because our society, our modern society, is so wrapped up in status, credentials, and rank, and all of that stuff, that it's too attractive for people right now to have that. I mean, the whole reason that rank is there to begin with is to appeal to the culture of Western society, because the status and credential stuff is so important in the West. I don't think we should have it. And really the major reason I'm involved in FMK is to become a whole human being. And I do a lot of different things to become a whole human being. FMK is just one of the things I'm involved in. And FMK helps me to achieve that, in the sense that I'm learning about and practicing movement in the way that a human being can move. And when I look at animals, I see that a lot of their play is play fighting, and it keeps them in shape. It's not just play fighting, like my birds, for instance, at home. Some of their play is play fleeing, but it's still the same idea, that they're preparing themselves for encounters with danger. And they practice every day, and they just practice because they love it. And that's why I'm involved with FMK. Well, that's the big reason I'm involved in martial arts, I should say. I'm involved in FMK particularly because I see Sifu Freddie Lee as an incredible idealist who I want to support. And I see the idea of being able to participate without the rank as extremely attractive. And I'll tell you why I really identify with Sifu's pains regarding the rank. And today is a very good example. I'm down here in the Belly River drainage basin picking berries. I've got a bucket of berries that I'm picking. I have a whole class of students of traditional foods that were supposed to meet me down here. And not a one of them showed up today because it's raining. And I have, of course, I have students that are doing better than students that are doing really good, and students that are doing kind of mediocre, and students that are like just not doing it. I have all kinds of students. And in that Western education system, I have to rank them. I have to give grades like A to F and this kind of thing. When it really comes down to it, on a day like today, it's kind of windy, the camera's being moved around on the branch that I've got my gorilla pod attached to. It's wet. On a day like today, who's out here with me? There's nobody out here. It's just me. And I'm pretty sure that's how Sifu feels when it comes to the training, and all the people that he's given rank to aren't there. I mean, I shouldn't say all the people. There are people who are there. One of the ones that was there from earliest on is Sun Yuan Derek, and he's still there. And I give him a lot of props. And there's Todai Ning, who's still there. And there's new ones, new people like Amanda, who I think really has what it takes. But like Sifu Freddy said, 99% of people who are going to come into this aren't really meant for this. They're not really meant for martial arts. They might be meant short term for some fitness training, but they're not meant for martial arts. And I can really appreciate that, because to me martial arts is something that makes you a more complete human being, and that's the goal. That's the goal, is to become a more complete human being, the human animal, the ability to move how you want, when you want, in a way that can save your life, in a way that can save others' lives, which is more important. And that's what the training is about, and you do it every day. Not because you have to, not because you're gonna win some award or some rank or whatever, but just because that's what you want to do to be complete. That's what makes you feel like you're becoming more complete every day. And I get that. And it's the same reason I'm out here picking berries. Right now, on the butte above these berry patches, there's a huge encampment. Many teepees. Maybe I'll be able to show it to you. There's nothing like this in the whole world. And I'm honored to be a part of this community where this happens, where this still happens. But to me, the whole reason of having this encampment is about these berries. It happens because this is the event that's going on. These berries, and these berries give nutrients that you need all through the year. So harvesting these berries, picking as many as you can, and making them last, rationing them through winter and all of that, to me, that's being a real human being. I choose that over the surface stuff. The surface stuff is like putting up your teepee and dressing Indian and camping. And I'm not trying to put that down. I think that's good stuff. But if you're not out here picking the berries, you're missing the point. And I think that's what's going on with FMK too. Is that what you have is you have people who maybe they didn't come to be motivated by rank, but the ranking system was presented to them, and it's too much of a temptation for them to not go for it, for some of these people. And so they work really hard to achieve physically what they need for the first step of the rank, the red rank. And then they live that rank for a brief little while, and then somewhere in there it sinks in, or maybe it doesn't, that it's just really just the training. It's not about the rank. And so the identity, they feel like they've already made the identity. They feel like they're it's not about becoming for them. They feel like they're already there, like it's achieved and it's a done deal and it's history maybe, and they don't want to put in effort today. That's what it comes down to. And it's like me out here picking berries. The people that know that they're my good students, that they put in the time enough to get the marks and all that stuff, they're not going to meet me down here today to pick more berries, because they've already got what they need for the credentialed stuff. And it's, they don't got these Saskatoons to eat all winter. And that's what it's really about. And they're missing the point. And I think that's what's happening with FMK, with the rank. It's what happens all the time with martial arts in the rank, is that people miss the point because the rank is there, and it fucks them up in the head. So, is it even worthwhile to have a ranking system? Personally, I don't think it is. And I'm really grateful for Sifu Freddie Lee for allowing me to be involved in FMK and not involved in the rank. if there's going to be some kind of status thing at all, to me, it should just be that like, you know, there's something you can wear or something you can show as a symbol of your identity with the practice, and that's it. You know, with FMK ranking, for instance, you know, it frustrates me that red and blue and black, I can't wear them because I'm on the no rank path. But as you see today, I'm wearing black. On my normal day to day, I wear black. I sometimes wear green, I wear black, I wear red. I wear earthy colors. And those are the earthy colors. You know, colors like this bright yellow and shit. Those aren't my colors. I'll wear green if it's an appropriate green, but a lot of times clothing this green is not so good. This hat, on the other hand, this is a good green. My shorts, my camo shorts, you know, they have a good green on them. But it does frustrate me that I can't wear like red and black because of this ranking system. And I mean, I can't wear it to train, to represent FMK. Me, you know, when I have the proper clothing for it, I do try to promote FMK. I wear things with the logos and that kind of stuff. I got a gray t-shirt I'll wear. I got a gray hoodie, gray cotton hoodie that I'll wear. You know, if it was just cold today and it wasn't raining, I'd be wearing my hoodie to promote FMK. And I like gray, but I like other colors too. And you know, from my perspective, the frustration that's going on with the rank is not going to end. It's going to continue because rank exists. If you want to get right down to the matter of who's sincere, then you eliminate the rank and you have a symbol of belonging, and that's it, which can be the FMK logo or any of the FMK logo is a symbol of belonging. That's all you need. You don't need these different ranks. You know, you can identify people who are able to teach FMK in other ways. I appreciate the whole badge system. You know, I understand what's going on with the badges, and to me, you know, I identify with the frustration with the badges, because a badge, like a police badge, which is what's used in FMK as part of the ranking symbolism, that badge, as it's normally used outside of FMK, if somebody isn't living up to that identity, somebody's fallen from grace of that identity, that badge gets taken away. And that's what's supposed to be in FMK too, is that somebody that's not living up to it, the badge gets taken away. And I appreciate that. I think that's, you know, that's ideal. But as we're seeing, because of the way people are, when they're falling off the horse, they're not giving the badge up. When they become demotivated to practice and they're not practicing anymore, they just separate themselves, and you just don't see them anymore. They feel like, some of them feel like maybe the badge is something that they earned, and so it's theirs. Others maybe just, walk away. They still got that symbol, they're still carrying it. They might not be wearing it, but it's something they can hang on to as like a memento of what they were in the past. And to me, that kind of behavior and stuff, it totally eliminates the power of the symbol of the badge. And the power of that symbol is that it can be taken away. That's the whole power of it. It can be stripped. If you don't have that ability to strip it, then it loses all its power. So, we might as well not have it. I hate to say that, but I think it's true. I think it's just going to keep leading to more and more frustration and people are not going to live up to it. There might be one or two that live up to it, but the bulk of people involved in FMK are not. And I think the reason they're not is because it's there in the first place. Because if they walked in the door and there was no rank and there was no badges and there wasn't any of this ego feeding stuff, then they would just be practicing because of the practice, and that's it. They'd have to face that right off the bat. And to me, that's, maybe I'm out of line because I've already done the rank thing. And maybe it's just my path to do the non-rank thing. But on the other hand, sometimes I feel like, a lot of times I feel like the issue with rank is going to be a continual issue until you eliminate rank and just make it about the practice. So that's my opinion and my feedback. And I'm sad to say I got nobody else out here with me, but at the same time, I've become comfortable with myself, just like Sifu Freddie Lee has become comfortable with himself. And we don't necessarily need company, but it would be nice to have. And I appreciate that, and I'll continue being a human being, just like you, Sifu.